last week, Donald Trump had his lawyers send cease and desist letters to 3 different Republican groups. And the lawyers said, you can no longer use Trump's name. You can't use his likeness. You can't use anything of his at all. And if you continue to do this, we're going to sue you. And the Republican Party had a choice at that moment. They could either use this as the opportunity to break free from Donald Trump, or they could come crawling back to him and say, we're so sorry, sir. What can we do to make you happy? Guess which decision they made? Guess which choice they went with there? Because they didn't tell him to screw off. No, they told him, we're sorry we upset you. Would it make you feel better if we gave you a lot of money? That's the decision that the Republican National Committee made. They have decided that with their big donor retreat coming up next month, which honestly at this point I think it's ridiculous that we're not making a bigger stink about the fact that there's literally a Republican-sponsored donor retreat where all the wealthy people who pull the strings in the party meet to come up with their agenda. Like, this is pure evil, and it's happening in broad daylight, and it's mentioned as an aside for stories like this. But nevertheless, all right, they got their big evil donor retreat coming up next month. They have decided, the RNC, that in order to make Donald Trump a little happier, we're going to hold part of it at Mar-a-Lago. And as I mentioned, this, of course, will result in Donald Trump essentially being showered with cash. Because you're going to have to go there and pay for food. You're going to have to pay for drinks, for rooms, for all kinds of amenities. And you know this man is not going to give you any kind of discounts now. And all of that money, ultimately, after expenses are paid, goes into Trump's pockets. The RNC knows how easy it is to placate him. You want to calm the baby down, you give him a little bit of money. Usually with a baby, it's a pacifier. Trump was raised a little differently. And that's all he needs to settle his nerves. But here's the thing again. Trump is a serial campaign loser. Not only did he lose his campaign, technically lost the popular vote in 2 different presidential elections, lost the House, lost the Senate, lost God knows how many special elections that took place in the 4 years he was in office where he endorsed a candidate or backed a candidate, lost everything. And they still come crawling back to him and say, can we please give you a little more money? Will you stop being mad at us? Will you work with us? Why? Other reports out this week, by the way, already show that a lot of the disaffected Trump supporters have started throwing their cash behind Josh Hawley. So it's not even like you need Trump to be able to connect you with those donors, because they've already moved on. So what is it? Like, what's the appeal? Why do you keep crawling back to this loser that's only going to abuse you again? Personally, I don't care. You deserve the abuse, to be honest with you. The Republican Party is absolutely one of the most evil institutions in the United States. So you deserve everything that's happening to you. But at the same time, my logical brain absolutely wants to be able to make sense of this. And I can't. Because there is no way to frame this decision you are making as anything that resembles logical.